Here's another one of those problems that you're probably rarely going to run into, and it would be a situation where you have a crawl space or even a basement. And if you have a beam that's going to be sitting on top of the framing plates, you're not going to have this problem. However, that will not be the case if you are going to have a beam coming off of the corner and you're going to be using top flange hangers. So instead of the beam sitting on top of the framing plates, they're going to use hangers to sit below the framing plates. And you're probably going, well, why wouldn't you just do it the other way? There are times where people building homes want this much waterproofing as they possibly can coming up, and this is a good way to do that. If you set the beams on top of the framing plates, then you're exposed to that much more framing from the outside. And again, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that, but if it's something you need more information on, leave a comment in the comment area and I will see if I can make a video, or at the very least put it on my list of videos to be made in the future. So here's the situation. We have a top flange hanger, and maybe you have a load-bearing wall that's coming across here. And here we can see that if we use the hanger, we're not going to be able to move it all the way over to the corner like this, because the hanger won't have anything to support it. So hopefully that makes sense. But what are we going to do? It's time for some drama here. I don't put enough drama in my videos, so dun 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 dun. One of the things you could do would be to extend the sill plate, and something like this might make a little more sense if you're using a 3x or a 4x for your sill plate. But for a 2x, this might not work. And again, remember, these are just suggestions. I'm not an engineer, just kind of throwing out some ideas. However, something like this might. You could have a couple of anchor bolts protruding from your block wall or masonry wall, and then simply bolt a framing support board to it like this. And you could always extend the wall. So something like this might be an idea. And I know a lot of people, they want everything to be square and stuff. Whatever, I got you. But if you need to, something like this is probably something that would be approved by an engineer, or at least more likely to, because it's providing some nice support here. And for my final and grand finale suggestion, this was the only one out of all of them that I have actually used personally, and that would be to get a custom hanger made. And these can be made by metal fabricators. They can be made by building supply hardware manufacturing companies. And I would just suggest going down to your local lumber yard or going on the internet and finding a company and then contacting them. Now, I do remember I had to have some of these made one time, and they were expensive. To give you an idea, I think I was paying at the time, this is a long time ago, about $12 for a hanger like this, and they were like $75 each. So you might want to go to a metal fabricator, or simply just choose amongst one of the other options. If you're not going to contact an engineer, maybe extending the wall out, that would be fine. If you can't, if that beam needs to be here, you're not going to get an engineer involved on your project, and you might want to just extend the wall a little bit and solve that problem.